You'll probably see that we'll have a watermark at the bottom called ManyCam by them or anything. However, we are trying out their program to see how well this works for what we are looking at doing. So I hope it all works out quite well. So far, I am enjoying it because it does allow me a few different options, such as being able to put on those lower thirds like you've seen, and then you'll also get to see some other fun and interesting things happen as well as we progress along with trying to do something a little bit different here. Oh, I think I put that up there twice. Nope, okay, perfect. And I did mess up on the YouTube side a little bit. I apologize to anyone who might be on YouTube watching. I forgot to add the link on there. Oh, I did put it in twice. Oops. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Apparently, my computer and internet have slowed down a little bit the last little bit. I'm not sure what is going on there. Well, at least not the computer so much as my internet has slowed down quite a bit. And I'm not sure exactly as to what is going on there. I haven't had any problems with it before up until now. But, I mean, it is kind of what it is. It's doing the trick, and that's all that matters to me. Right now, you won't see the chat window from the streams up on here. I am looking at trying to make it so they do come back up again. Just right now, I don't have that ability, or at least not a good way of having that ability come up right at the moment with the program. See how well it ends up working. But right now, I mean, like I said, it is what it is, and it seems to be working because we can also do fun, cool little things like do switchovers from one camera to another. We can have the wonderful stuff that you see along the bottom here now as well, which I thought was pretty sweet. So as you can also see, we can also switch between cameras as well. And then this one's going to come out a little more grainier because it's actually the camera on the laptop, and it's not quite as good as the individual camera that I have that is the other angle as well, which if we pop over to the other one, you'll also see it's in widescreen and a lot brighter as well. It's just got a better sensors and everything in it. So once I get better and better and get higher production quality and higher everything else, this will start becoming a lot better of a program as well. So I hope everyone's having a great day and great time. We're looking like we're having some blue skies and everything here as well now, which is going to be pretty fantastic. I can't wait to be able to get outside. I'm actually going for a little walk with a friend this afternoon, which will be pretty sweet. So we're looking forward to doing that. I think we'll have a really good time. We're going to go check out some waterfalls up in the Shuswap up along. They're called Siphon Falls Gale Creek Loop. So we're going to go take a look at that this afternoon. We have some limited time. I drop my kids off, and then she has to pick up her son around 2:30. So we don't have a huge amount of time. So we kind of chose just a quick, easy one to go through and take a look at, and we'll go and do a quick loop there. And it should be quite a bit of fun. I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's been a while since I've gotten to hang out with her, so this will be a lot of fun to hang out again. And then from there, I have just things to kind of get done around the house as usual, so nothing too overly. If you're just joining us, this is basically you can ask questions in the chats, and then I kind of try to answer them as best I can. Or we just have a little conversation that way, or you can just hang out and watch me kind of ramble on about a whole lot of nothing or about how my days have been. If you hear a lot of extra noise and kind of screaming and clapping, my youngest son, Mr. J, woke up pretty early this morning and is going pretty crazy. If you're not aware, he is 11 years old and has autism. And you'll probably hear him stimming out in his room, which is literally just behind this wall here. He'll be clapping and screaming along and just having a good time. He's playing a game on his iPod, and then he's also got one of his favorite shows of Thomas and Friends playing on the little TV that's in his room as well. and he's having a grand old time. And that kid's been awake since probably about 4 o'clock this morning, so he's having a great time all onto his own. So the only reason why I know he woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning is because I heard his room open, and then I heard the bathroom door close in behind him as well when he woke up to go to the bathroom, which was fine. That's kind of it is what it is, and it happens every so often. So I'm not too concerned about him being awake and getting up and going. You kind of have to roll with it. I'm waiting for a sensor to come in for his door so I could actually get alerted to my phone, so I can, when I wake up in the morning, I'll have a notification on my phone saying, "Hey, this is what happened at such and such a time." So that way I'll know exactly, or at least closer to exactly when he was awake. This morning I happened to be, I guess, half in and half out, and when he woke up, it just really kind of woke me completely up. And then being that he was kind of acting a little crazy and clapping really hard and doing a little bit of screaming, he also woke up his big brother at a little bit earlier than what he's normally up at. Usually he's up around 7 o'clock, and now he's been awake since just before 6. Which once again, just we have to roll with life as it comes at us, and we both know that this is kind of what might happen every so often. And being that it's summertime, it's probably going to happen a lot more, just because the sun's coming up earlier, it's becoming nice faster, it's getting warmer out quicker, and he just has a harder time sleeping in the morning. So he's going to be a much more of a night owl than he is a day person. No, sorry, other way around. He'll be more of a morning person than a night person. Is that the way I said it? I can't remember. So, but yeah, he's basically going to be awake a lot earlier than what he will be normally, and then he'll be in bed, hopefully earlier, but that's kind of doubtful at the same time. There was one night I had him go to bed, so trying to get him to sleep a little bit later, I had him go to bed at like 10:30, and that just didn't exactly work out in my favor. He actually ended up going to bed late and then still waking up really, really early, which was kind of frustrating. He was in bed about 10:30 is about when he fell asleep, but then he was awake at 4. Maybe a little bit earlier than 4. I don't remember, but it was pretty crazy. He decided that playtime was fun time at that time, and it crazy early, and it didn't sit too super well because it woke everybody up in the house, and we had a much difficult time trying to do things that day, just because of how tired we all were, because he woke up so crazy early. And it's he ended up having a nap later, which was fine. I think his sleep schedule was definitely off at that point, and it made it a lot harder for everybody else to kind of operate because of how he decided to wake up. And then he just wasn't being quiet. He was just so excited to be awake and do whatever it was that he was doing that he ended up waking everybody else up in the house, and it was just it just killed us that day. It was really hard. And we've had a few days like that where he's woken up really, really early and just thought it was just time to get going, and just so revved up and so excited that he just wouldn't calm back down, and ended up waking everybody up in the house, and we just ended up having kind of bad days from it. But overall, he's a really good kid, and he doesn't mean to do any wrong. He's just not as aware of his surroundings and what time, and sometimes times, as to when things should be done and not done, like waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and playing and running around and clapping and laughing and screaming. And I don't mind that if he's awake, just as long as he's not, waking everybody else up. If he's quiet about it, is okay. But I just go to his room. I just tuck him kind of back in and say, "Shh, you have to be quiet. Everybody else is sleeping." So, and just try to get him back to, kind of calming down a little bit. So it's kind of just the way life is. If anyone's had any experience with autistic children or autistic people in general, then you kind of know where I'm coming from on that one. If not, it's a bit of a challenge, but at the same time, it is also quite the excitement and joy to be able to work with them, because you get to see the world kind of in a whole new way and get to see them through a whole new system of observation, because you don't know what their minds are exactly thinking all the time, and you don't know what you're coming into, because a lot of the times they could just be picking up on some idea and then kind of running with it, and you honestly just don't even know all the time what you're exactly getting into, and it really is a lot of fun, and it's definitely kind of trying and frustrating. So, but like I said, that's just kind of how it works, right? Well, so far I have to say this new program that we picked up on here seems to be working out pretty good, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. And it seems like it is working pretty decently, and it's pretty lightweight, it seems. So it's actually working with my little laptop, which isn't anything huge horsepower or anything. It's definitely doing a good job here. I think I may actually do the purchase on it, so that way I can get rid of the this mini cam here. Although I think they're really good company for what they built on this one. So I think we'll probably look at purchasing this guy and using it, because I think this is going to work out really, really well for what my purposes that I'm wanting to do. I actually really think this is pretty sweet. Yeah. I have someone here that was following Citrus One X on Twitch, so thank you for the follow there. I really appreciate that, and I have somebody here on Get Vocal here that's checking everything out here as well. I want to say and viewing what's going on. Hey Bobby, thanks for coming down and seeing what we're up to here today. I really appreciate it. Uh-oh. And yeah, anyway, I do have things done today because it's it's Tuesday, and I got a hike to go on to, and I've got to get breakfast and stuff for all the kids, for both the kids. So I will be signing off here shortly. Excellent. I have my coffee. I just gotta wait for it to cool down a little bit. It's a little hot right at the moment, so it's a little toasty. It's still got the steam and everything coming off of it. Have you ever tried cinnamon in your coffee? It's pretty good. Good morning there, Bobby. I hope you're having a great time wherever you're at. I almost need like a third monitor, I swear, some days. Except this laptop definitely wouldn't be able to hold the power to have a third monitor. So there's no real point on that one right at this moment. So it's pretty underpowered, but like I said, with the program that I've got going on here, it seems to be doing the trick pretty good, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So we will look at probably doing some more stuff with this one. So that way I have the options of having like the chat window up on the side, and hopefully I can find another fairly inexpensive webcam, because this one on the laptop is definitely not really doing the trick super well, as it's grainy by the looks of it, and it's not giving me the full screen, which I thought this was capable of, but I couldn't find any settings for it to widen it back out. But hey, you know what? We're working with what we got, and we are making something that's going to be fun and interesting, I hope. So that's kind of where we're at with this one. And we are, yeah, eventually it's going to get better and better. Like I said, already it's kind of started. It took us 25 episodes to get to a spot where we had multiple camera angles, but it is starting to get better and better. So we look forward to having it become even better as time goes on. Kind of one step at a time as we go through, and we just make sure that we're moving forward, right? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just listening to my youngest son clap away in his room there. He's yeah, he's still such a funny kid. He's just so excited to. Life doesn't get him down very frequently, and when it does, it's pretty funny when it does kind of get him down, because it'll be the smallest little silliest thing that'll get him down. Like, he'll come out in probably about an hour, and he'll want cookies for breakfast, and I'll say no cookies for breakfast. We can either have cereal or we can have crackers, and I'll relent and give him the crackers. If he wants to, like, Swiss cheese or cheese nips, which I know aren't great for a breakfast either, but at the same time, I am pretty sure they are better than cookies for breakfast. I still don't know why that kid wants cookies for breakfast, but I mean, that's not true. I totally know why he wants cookies for breakfast. I like cookies, and I would like to have cookies for breakfast too. But that's something I definitely try to avoid doing, even though I'm an adult and can do what I want for breakfast. But it's also trying to set a good example for the kids as well, and not have cookies for breakfast. So yeah, I really try to avoid all that, just because it's not something I should do for them. I definitely should not have cookies for breakfast. Let's just put it that way. I'd probably eat the entire box as a breakfast cereal, or, well, breakfast thing to eat, right? So yeah, and then he'll be all frustrated. He'll go to his room and close it kind of a little more aggressively, and go, "I want to go home," which is his mom's house. And then once we're done with there, he give him a few minutes, and he comes out, and then he'll have a bowl, and he'll want crackers, or we'll have the Reese Puffs or whatever they are, or something like that, or Cinnamon Toast Crunch or something. So he'll either eat the cereal or he'll have the crackers. Usually it's the crackers. It's what he wants, and it's one of his favorite snacks and foods is these cheese nips. So we end up giving him those in the morning. Or if I'm more prepared, we have toast and bacon. Oh, he eats toast and bacon. My oldest and I will eat toast and bacon and eggs. But speaking of, it is definitely breakfast time for me now. So I am going to bid you all adieu. And if you've been watching the lower ticker here, you can see that you can follow me on Twitter at Eldorado. You can check out my website at rob-hicks.com, or you can check me out on Instagram at Eldorado as well. I hope you're all having a great day, having a fantastic start to your mornings, or if you're in the afternoon, evening, night, I hope you're all having a great day. And I look forward to chatting with you some more. Tomorrow is Wednesday, which is I take a day off from the show, just so that way I can get other things done. And I hope, and I will see you all again on Thursday morning. Everyone, I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, and I look forward to chatting with you all some more here on Thursday morning. All right. Have a great day, all. I will talk to you all later. Bye.